Discovering Denver. What a journey. It is August 26th at the time of this recording, and I'm so grateful for all of the lessons that I have learned thus far in this first part of the adventure. I am continuing to remind myself to be present and patient, and that I'm creating the timeline. So, as much as there are specific things on the calendar, we can ebb and flow within those parameters. So, one of the biggest reminders for me to slow down was yesterday. I used an e bike for the first time in a city I haven't traveled before, and without being aware of the traffic laws, the bike lanes, where I was supposed to be going, and the inevitable bumps in the road, I drove over a pothole and unawareingly had my bag on the bag basket on this e-bike, and it was not securely fastened to the basket, and it wasn't fully closed because I was trying to use my phone as a navigation, which was just should have seen it coming. And all of my belongings fell into the middle of the road as a car was coming. I was able to grab everything before the car approached fully, and I pulled to the side of the road, gathered myself, and continued moving forward, because if you fall, you got to get back up, right? And I then made it completely away from a bike lane into the middle of a busy road next to Cherry Creek. And I was gonna cross the road because I saw a bike lane across the street, and then the light changed, and then I was that person that basically juts into ongoing traffic, and all the cars are like, what's going on? So I tried to, hit the gas and keep up with the cars, which was just, what it sounds like. And then I just pulled over, and some cars, like a Prius that was in the right lane, like slowed down, looked at me like, dude, what are you doing? So I caught my breath and just locked up the e-bike to a residential fence and surrendered and walked. And I crossed the street and then found this beautiful bike path that lines the Cherry Creek River. So it would have been a beautiful ride, but at that point I decided to travel by foot, and it was a beautiful walk, and I was able to, collect myself. And then when I exited this trail, I saw a bunch of e-scooters. So I went for it, and I went on the e-scooter, and it was really cool, and I had a really great drive, much safer roads that I was on at that time. I stayed on Ninth Avenue and made it straight to the Botanical Gardens, where I had a lovely adventure and connected with these plants on a soul level, which was just so wonderful. And when I took out my camera to capture the moment, I noticed that from that really big drop earlier in my adventure, I had completely broken the lens cover, so the lens cover wouldn't open fully. So it was in half the shot was the lens cover. So I'm going to try to get it fixed when I get home. But for now, I was taking this lesson as a reminder to slow down and be fully present, not needing to capture the moment with photos and videos. And although that was sad because it was something I wanted to do, I noticed all the other people taking photos and how that technology barrier is a barrier between us and the plants and wherever you're living and experiencing. So I was just fully present. And then I'm standing in front of a bonsai tree, just admiring the energy and life coming through, and a beautiful dragonfly landed right on the top. And I communicated with it, or sending energy, and I noticed that its wing was injured. And we did an energy exchange, and I'm sending Reiki to this beautiful dragonfly for quite a few moments. And I didn't want it to end. However, people were coming by, so we released it and, said goodbye. And I'm just so grateful that I had the opportunity to meet and exchange energy with not only these ancient sacred plants, but also the insects and ecosystems that come with them. So I'm beyond grateful for the adventures thus far, and I'm excited to take this new mindset with me throughout the next legs of my trip and be fully free without documenting on my camera. So here we are, here we go, and we're flourishing in action. Sending lots of love your way. Namaste.